Today we're going to go over 6 tricks that I guarantee you guys didn't know about in GTA 5 Online. Before we get it started, be sure to check out the Gazani down below in the description if you guys need any money, and get 10% off by using code Frolickz. I hope you enjoy, and without further ado, let's get it started. First up is going to be unlocking super speed for certain vehicles. Let's start off with the rat truck right here. So what you guys want to do is bring it to the airport and then start driving. The second you start driving, hold down the trigger on your remote that actually lets you guys brake or drive in reverse, and you'll start doing a burnout while you're driving. You'll notice that you start to gain more and more speed as you keep going, and eventually you'll be going so fast that you won't be able to control the vehicle once you try to come to a stop. You'll just spin out and most likely crash into the fence. It's a really cool trick that you guys can do, and there are some other vehicles that work with this, like for instance the Ballistic Hanjo, the Nero Custom, and also the 9F. There's probably more vehicles, but those are the ones that I know off the top of my head. The other vehicles that I mentioned actually have different methods of doing this, unlike the rat truck where you don't really have to do anything. The other vehicles, what you guys need to do is pop the tires on the wheels that don't receive any power. So if your car is rear-wheel drive, pop the front 2 wheels. Now the car I'm using is the Ballistic Hanjo. It's front-wheel drive, so I'm going to pop the 2 rear wheels. And all you want to do is the exact same thing. Start accelerating, and right when you start accelerating, hold down the brake button on your controller, and then you guys will start driving extremely fast. Now I believe these cars are actually faster than the rat truck, but the reason why I like doing it more with the rat truck is because you don't have to pop the tires, which can get fairly annoying. So it's up to you which one you want to do it with, but like I said, these are the vehicles that I know work. If you guys know any other ones that do work as well, be sure to comment them down below in the comment section. Next up is a trick that you guys can use to have no traffic on the road you're driving on. Now, sadly, this can technically only work with the ramp buggy and the Phantom Wedge and other really strong vehicles, but if you're a pro driver and you're very lucky, you could do this with any car. All you want to do is go and grab the ramp buggy, or like I said, any car if you're a pro driver in this game. Go onto any highway or any road, obviously highways would work the best, and just look backwards while you guys are actually driving. And after about 5 seconds, you guys are going to notice there's no more cars passing by you. Now, I actually use this trick all the time because sometimes when I drive on the highway, I crash like crazy and it really annoys me, and I just want to get from point A to point B really fast, and traffic obviously can get in the way of that. So by doing this, you'll just eliminate the traffic, and then boom, you guys can get from point A to point B really quick. Now, you're probably wondering, how are you supposed to drive there if you can't see shit? Well, luckily for you, you have a mini-map that shows you exactly where the roads are. So all you need to do is really just look at the mini-map and follow the roads. If I was able to do it, and you guys have seen how I drive, I'm pretty sure everybody else in this video would be able to do it as well. And if you're really annoyed with how small the mini-map is, click down on the D-pad twice to enlarge it, so then you guys get a much bigger picture of the mini-map and can see the roads a little bit better, where all the turns are. You can also do this with bigger vehicles, like I said, but the issue with that is if you crash, it's probably going to get messed up and you're going to end up spinning out. But if you can crash into another vehicle and still drive straight, you'll be able to do this. It only takes about 5 seconds for it to actually come into effect and for all the traffic to disappear. Because the traffic that actually needs to disappear is the traffic that's actually spawned in on your camera. So when you're driving forward how you normally do, if there's cars, it's those cars that need to disappear. So after you drive past those 5-10 cars, there's going to be no more cars because they're not going to spawn in because you're not looking at them. And that's the whole point, and that's what makes it really awesome. So try it out and let me know what you guys think. Next up is this weird trick that I literally just came across by accident, and I'm not too sure how many of you guys know about this, but as you know, when you pop the tires on your car and you start driving, the tires will blow off and you'll just have the rims that you're driving on. So I'm showing you guys on this regular street car that I found. When I pop the tires, they just disappear after I drive, and then it's just the rims that are actually left on the car, which is pretty cool, but not really because you can't drive. Now, it's kind of weird because for one specific car, you guys can actually drive with absolutely no rims on it whatsoever. So if you guys go and grab yourself the Penumbra, the FF version, not the regular one I was just using in that clip, if you pop any of the tires on this vehicle, once they actually end up popping and just going away, the entire rim will just completely disappear, and all you could see is the brakes and a tiny piece of the rim left right where the brakes actually are. And this is very weird. And another thing that happens, since of course the tires make the car a little bit higher off the ground, the car literally sits on the ground. And you could still drive as you would normally, but just with popped tires. and I thought this was kind of cool. Now, I'm not sure how many other vehicles can actually do this, and I know for a fact that this only works with this vehicle with these specific stock rims. Once you put any other rims onto the vehicle, it will not work, and it'll just go back to regular rims once you pop the tires. But for some reason, with this vehicle, with the stock rims that it has on the actual car, when you pop them, they will just completely disappear, and then your car will have no rims on it. So I thought that was kind of cool, and that's why I wanted to add it to this list. Next up is a trick that you guys can use to actually teleport to any location on the map. Now, I think this is pretty useful because it takes a while to drive from the bottom of the map to the top of the map, even if you have the fastest vehicle in the game. So what you guys need to do this is go into your interaction menu, go down to the hide options screen, and make sure your jobs are on custom instead of hide. I know a lot of people put them on hide so that you can no longer see them on the map, which is pretty useful, but you guys want to put them on custom. Then what you want to do is go and look on the map and find a job near the location that you guys want to teleport to. And once you find that job, all you want to do is hover over it and then click square to actually start the job up. And once you start it, you're going to want to go through all of the screens and actually load into the job. Once you guys are loaded in, all you need to do is quit the job. And once you quit, you're going to be taken back up into the clouds. And then once you're in the clouds, you're going to load back in a matter of like 10 seconds. And then you guys are going to be in the location that you wanted to teleport to. A lot of people would assume that this takes a long time, but I'm not sure why. It's really quick. Like I said, it took me about 1 minute and 30 seconds. Obviously, you guys don't want to use this to just teleport from the Los Santos Customs to your apartment building that's a mile away. That's not really worth it. It's more if you guys were to spawn into GTA and you're on the top of Mount Chiliad, it'll take like 1.5 minutes to actually get down the mountain. So why not just spend that 1.5 minutes doing this little trick, and then you guys could teleport to wherever you want it to be. In that case, I see it as really useful. Next up is a wall breach that you guys can do that's actually pretty cool because no one will be able to kill you ever. So what you guys want to do is go and bring any car you want to the airport, and you're going to want to go and grab a cargo bob as well and pick up the car that you're using and drop it on top of the Devin Weston hangar in the same spot that I do. Now once you guys do that, all you're going to want to do is break off the driver's side door just because it helps make things a little bit easier. And then all you need to do from there is drive exactly how I'm driving and jump out at this spot right here. And when you jump out, you'll literally just jump right through the wall and you'll be inside the top part of the hangar. Now, once you guys are in here, be careful because you could shoot any gun out of here except for grenades or RPGs. Anything that's explosive will not work except for the explosive sniper and the explosive shotgun. Now, those things will actually work, but anything else will not work. So be careful, don't shoot any RPGs directly below you, hoping to kill somebody because you won't, you'll end up just killing yourself. And the only way you can get out of here is if you actually end up killing yourself. So if you guys do want to get out, all you need to do is just choose the easy way out. But I do think it's pretty cool. I've used it many times before, and it's pretty fun if you can get a bunch of your friends, all of you set bounties on each other, and then just watch all these tryhards trying to kill you, and then you could just absolutely obliterate them every single time. And for the final trick of this video is a pretty cool one with the Insurgent that you guys can do, and you can get into a pretty cool wall breach. So all you need to do is grab the Insurgent and bring it on over to the Tinsel Towers apartment and park it pretty much right where I do. Just make sure you back it in. Then go and grab any random streetcar and park it in front of the Insurgent. Doesn't matter if you have stars or not because at the end you're going to end up killing all of the cops anyways. So go and park that car right in front of the Insurgent. All you guys need to do from that point is just run and jump on top of the Insurgent and jump in between the wall and the Insurgent. And as long as you guys fall close enough to the back side of the Insurgent, you'll actually be teleported and pulled straight up inside of the building. From there, just turn around and run straight just like I do, and you can go and run to this platform where you could shoot out of every square inch of it. And then once you guys do that, you guys are pretty much blessed, and you could just chill there and kill everything that moves. No one will ever be able to kill you, and no one will be able to find you unless they know exactly where you are. Then they can just hop on top of your Insurgent, come up there and kill you. So I'd place a proximity mine if I were you right on the area that you guys actually can get up into this area. But it's definitely a pretty cool little trick. Anyways, guys, that is going to be all of the ones that I have for this video. If you guys do want to see a part 2 to this, be sure to drop a like on it, subscribe if you are new to the channel, and I will catch you guys in the next one.